Hi everybody, we've just had some exciting news from Bohemia Interactive, the developer behind DayZ, and they've just announced some of the details behind the private server system that's coming to, well, Xbox, PlayStation and PC with the 1.04 update. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of bad news first. They don't think they're going to hit the 1.04 update for the end of July. They think they're going to have to delay it by a couple of days. So what I'll do is I'll read through the notes and then we'll look at the details for the private servers and try and ask the question, should you buy one? Will I be buying one? Or will you rent one, basically? So Bohemia Interactive say by saying, hello survivors on Xbox and PlayStation. We are happy to share some information on the private servers coming to your consoles soon. Private server support from our side will begin with the 1.04 update. This update was originally scheduled for the end of July, but as we had to resubmit the update, it might be delayed by a couple of days. We are well aware you can't wait to get your hands on this update and will keep you posted. However, this shouldn't stop you from preparing your start into a new game experience on private servers, as you can already pre-order your private DayZ server from our partner Nitrado. But what is a private server and what possibilities will it enable for server owners? We've compiled a FAQ for you to answer the most pressing questions. Head on over to our forums page to ask us any further details on the release of private servers consoles. There aren't really that many answers over there at the moment because I've just had a look, but we'll go through the FAQ. What exactly do you mean by private servers? Like a player-made server that friends can join? A private server is a customized online game session. You can rent these servers from our server hosting partner Nitrado and customize the experience to a certain extent, as we want to keep the game concept close to the vanilla experience at the start. On this server, every player will have their unique character that they cannot transfer to a different server. Will the private servers be persistent? Yes, you as the server owner can decide if you want to wipe your server or not. What are the tools we get with it? The servers can be controlled via the Nitrado web interface, the smartphone app and the Microsoft Store app on Xbox. You will be able to control the server name, the password, time and time acceleration, maximum player count up to 100, the camera mode, and you'll have access to the in-game logs monitoring what's happening on your server and server messages. When are the servers available? The servers will be available once the 1.04 update goes live on your platform. You can pre-order your servers, blah blah blah. Where can I purchase a server? On Xbox you have to download the Nitrado app where you can rent and administrate your server. If you're on PlayStation, you'll find the relevant information on the website of Nitrado, our server hosting partner. Please find all information and they give you the address. How would we go about with the private servers? Do we need to host from a PC? All servers will be hosted by a partner, Nitrado. Do we have to pay a monthly fee for them? Yes, of course, unfortunately. Can I restrict who has access to my server? Yes, you can control who will have access to your server by setting up a password. Can I make a hardcore server, first person only? Yes, you can choose to enforce the hardcore or classic camera perspectives. Will I be able to change the time progression and acceleration? Yes, you can decide how fast time goes by on your server and at what time the server is after a restart. Ooh, I just got my notification coming there through there. So let's nip over to Nitrado and check out what they say. So now, well, when you look at these prices and what you can do, you may think, oh, that's quite expensive. And I must admit, they're not super cheap. But what you can do with them is almost give yourself a free tutorial, a tutorial on DayZ and playing DayZ in an incredibly safe environment. So let's have a look at these prices. So there's kind of three preset things you can go for. You can go for a custom solution. So level 1, you can have 10 people on your server. It's going to last for a month and it's going to cost you £9.30, British pounds. I guess that's probably about $15. If you want 16 survivors, it's £12.80, and if you want enough room for 24 people, it's £17.19. I wonder if there might be plus VAT these. So let's say we wanted to go for, or you can customize things as well. So let's say we went for this one. there's a nice little ping test you can do just to check where your closest ping is. Ours is London, so that's cool. And then you go next, and then gives you some warnings, and then you create an account and you can do the business and buy the server. So obviously the question you might have then is, what can I do with this private server? Well, this is it basically. You can have a vanilla version of the game running that only you and your friends will have access to. And at first you might think, oh, that's not that much, is it? Well, what's very special about that is you can make sure that only people you want to are playing, and you can say to them, look guys, let's not shoot each other, let's use this, for example, as a PvE experience. So it's player versus environment, so we can go around, you can experience the game, build bases, do all that sort of stuff without having to worry about being ambushed by other people. And very, very importantly, you'll have the proper experience of the in-game economy in terms of spawns. So what I mean by that is, unfortunately at the moment on Xbox and PlayStation, when you're playing the public servers, because there's been a lot of duping or duplicating of stuff, people exploiting the game in order to hoard items, finding the good loot is incredibly difficult, if not impossible. You can't find AK rifles or KNs, you can't find M4s, you can't find night vision scopes, you can't find LAR battle rifles. There's loads and loads of stuff you just can't find. Because it's all hoarded by dupers in bases hidden on different parts of the maps. With your version of DayZ though, on your server, none of that will happen. Everything will spawn in as it should, as the developers would want it to. So you'll get that unique experience. And then you can also communicate to everybody, say, look, on this Sunday, we're going to be blanking the server and we're going to be starting again from scratch. You could even change the password, couldn't you, mate, if maybe you'd given the password out to people who shouldn't really have it. And then you start again and you'll be getting that vanilla DayZ experience. Obviously, you can't change things. You can't have a day-only mode. You can't have no zombies. All this, there's very little you can control. But the fact that you will have that vanilla DayZ experience, I think, can be very exciting. Prices, obviously, it's not that cheap, but it's only the price of a few cups of coffee a week, isn't it? And I guess if you've got enough friends who could come together to maybe you could pull some resources to do it, it would be worth it. Personally, what I will definitely be doing, because we've got the Discord, we've got a few people in there, is we will have a private server, probably for a month. We'll see how it goes. There's a few, if people want to join the Patreon or contribute a little bit towards it, then we can keep it going that way. And I think that could be very exciting indeed. I mean, you could do things like you could have role play servers, couldn't you? Where it's all about the role play, where people have got to do different things. And I think what we'll be seeing more customization coming into these servers over the next year, as not only DayZ itself standalone that we play gets improvements, but that hopefully they'll bring in customization to what we can do with the servers. For example, increasing things like weapon spawns, getting rid of stamina, so you can sprint for as long as you want, or having no stamina, that sort of thing. Did I say having daytime only servers, that sort of stuff? We'll probably get all that. I do think it's a little bit expensive, but it's going to be interesting, and I really want it for that vanilla DayZ experience. This is what DayZ should be like when you go in it as a single player or with a couple of friends, where you're playing together against the environment. And you'll be able to go to a town, going to be able to loot everything up, you're going to be able to build bases, practice building, fixing cars, all in a relatively safe environment, because you're still going to have zombies wandering around trying to kill you, all that sort of stuff. So very exciting indeed, very pleased that they're at least offering this. If you think of like the Battlefield franchise, which is normally very famous for their private server schemes, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and to some extent for Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, nope, we haven't even got that yet. So it's a great thing that they're offering. It's a little bit expensive, but let's see how much fun we get out of it. We'll definitely be having one for the Scale Speeder Gaming Discord. And what I'll do is I'll leave the links to all this stuff in the YouTube video description down below, so you can have a look. And then put in the comments, what do you think about this, and maybe what are you going to do? Anyway, that's enough from me. Thanks for your time, and well, I'll see you again soon.